This episode of Leap TV is made possible by Crave Guide Vancouver, one of the most innovative guides connecting urban gals to the sassiest, most inspiring women in Vancouver. Coming up on Leap TV, a communication model that will get you results, how to plan your money-generating activities, and this week's performance tip, a tool that I would not live without, Jing. How do you know that you're a great communicator? Well, I used to think that I was an outstanding communicator until I hired staff. Then and only then, when things got back to me, not how I asked for it, then I knew that I wasn't communicating that well. Here's an example. One of my amazing champion employees, we were talking about a creative project. I'm going to use fruit for this example. I asked him to get fruit and that it would be great to have 3 beautiful yellow bananas. Now, a couple days later, in fact, before that, I asked him, are you sure? Are we on the same page here? After giving him all the details possible. Are we still on the same page? Yes, we are. Perfect. Well, a few days later, he came back with 4 big oranges. And I did not know what to do of that because I remembered communicating the 3 yellow bananas quite well. So I wondered why. I'm thinking, hey, champion employee, what happened? Where did we go wrong? So here's the problem. I actually asked him if he had understood my instructions. I had not asked him to reflect back to me, so I assumed. And most of us, small business owners, most of us, everyone on earth actually, we do a lot of assuming. And assuming is not productive one bit. So the key is to have the other person reflect back to you what you've given them in instructions. So had I said to this champion employee, can you just, in your own words, reflect back to me, I would have had a chance to assess and review what he had understood and make sure that we were truly on the same page. So implementing the reflection model will really help you diminish the amount of miscommunications that you have in your life with your friends, with your employees, and most of all, with family. Now, Leapers, time to get involved. We want to know some of your biggest miscommunication nightmares. Just simply add your comment below this video at leaptv.com. And remember that commenting is a fantastic way to add traffic to your website, so take advantage of it. Before we move on with the show, I'd like to take a moment to talk about our sponsor, Crave Guide Vancouver. This is truly an amazing guide, a true gem. If you or a woman you know would love to connect with other business-savvy women, this is truly your choice, the #1 guide. Soirees, gatherings, and online networking, truly everything you need to satisfy all your cravings. So head on over to thecravecompany.com for more details and special offers. This week's question is from Richard Cooper from the Big Apple. Richard writes, "Hi Isabelle, thanks for a very valuable show. I always look forward to what you're going to say next. In episode number 2, you talked about your 60-30-10 ratio. I would like to get to that magical ratio very soon, but don't quite know how to get started. If you were new to this concept, what would you recommend I start doing?" Well, Richard, as a momentum generator, I love your question because it actually drives to action, which is your most important step. Knowing that you want to get from here to there truly will get you there. Here's what I would start with, 3 things that I would recommend for you to do. Number 1 is I would create a top 50 list of your clients or prospects that you should have been following up with in the last decade. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating a tad, but at least in the last couple years. Here is the thing. We as small business owners, we truly are sitting on a gold mine. Just by following up, you will actually get to that ratio quite fast. Number 2, make a top 25 list of your most ideal and most loved clients. Because as small business owners, what we need to realize is that we are all sitting on a gold mine. And we really need to make lists of the people that we want to work with so we can connect with them. And number 3, I want you to book yourself in your calendar a block of uninterrupted 30 to 60 minutes a day so that you can start connecting and following up with your clients, prospects, or suppliers even. Now, the real key here is simple: consistency. It is way more profitable for you to do one call a day consistently through a year rather than binges of calls once in a while when you have the time. The key is to do it consistently every day. And remember that it's much easier to get more work from existing clients than from new ones. So Richard, try it out and let me know how it goes. Do you have a burning question about branding, marketing, or anything about business for that matter? Now is your chance to get free and innovative advice. Just click on Ask Isabel at leaptv.com. In return for asking a question, Richard gets a 2-month free subscription to myleaptools.com, a vital business resource with a constantly growing collection of tips, tools, and must-know winning strategies to help entrepreneurs like you perform like never before. This week's performance tip I genuinely love. It's called Jing. What is Jing? Jing is by far my favorite little piece of software by TechSmith. Jing is a software that allows you to capture in video or in photo your screen and at the same time audio. Why do I use Jing? Oh my God. Why would you not use a tool like this? I use it to present my proposals to my clients. I use it to give feedback to my subcontractors and the people that I work with and the designers. I use it to train my employees because I can leverage the same piece of recording time and time again. Why should you give Jing a try? Well, short of small miracles, it will definitely improve your communication and it will help you stay connected. So give it a try at jingproject.com for a free download. You will not regret it. If you've liked this week's tip, chances are you would love myleaptools.com. Check it out for more tips like this one. That's it for this week. Remember that everything you've learned here today will do absolutely nothing for you, unless, of course, you implement it. So take action on what you've learned today. And remember that it's much easier to do it than to dwell on it. If you want my help with a one-on-one personalized consultation to help your business grow faster, just click on the button that says Isabel On Demand at leaptv.com. And don't forget to comment. We want your thoughts and ideas on today's show. I'm Isabelle Mercier, and you can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Join me again next week for other valuable branding lessons, as well as other must-know strategies to help you perform like never before. See you next week. I'm Isabelle Mercier, and you can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Join me again next week for other great valuable lessons, branding lessons. I'm Isabelle Mercier, and this is the show that shows you that small, intentional, and consistent actions lead to massive results. Okay. That's a yoga move. Oh no, I keep forgetting bloopers. Richard writes, "Hi Isabel, thanks for a very valuable show. I always look forward to what you're going to say next." Well, Richard, you're not the only one.